Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. Well, today I'm here to share with you a little haul. I went to one of my favorite local garden centers because I was on the hunt for some new houseplants. I am just rearranging my sewing room and my office. And there are two places that I didn't really keep live plants in, but I've decided to add some plants to those areas. And so I was on the hunt for just some cool, different house plants, looking for things that I don't already have in my houseplant collection. And I found some treats. They had a tent sale going on, so I got some really good deals on some gorgeous houseplants. So I think first I'm gonna give you a little bit of a peek of the store and what I saw, and then we'll come back and do the haul. All right, friends, so we're heading to one of my favorite garden centers. We're gonna hit a couple garden centers this week because I'm on the hunt for some things. But we're over in Gerten's and we're gonna go have a look at the houseplant.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see. Could be 20 minutes or an hour or two. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like
to talk. About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free. not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Oh yeah, take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can.
The store was filled with so much stuff. I actually intended to go to the other greenhouse as well, but I ended up filling up my cart in that first area, and so we'll do that on another trip. It's a place where typically I get, I've gotten a lot of my trees, my larger shrub perennials from them, and I usually shop the outdoor garden. I've gotten a lot of my mulch from them. I don't typically buy a lot of indoor things from them, but I'm so glad that I went and checked them out first. I have a few more. We're lucky to have some great indoor plant stores here. And so I have 2 or 3 more that I want to check out, and I'll probably bring you all along with me. But it's been warm, but still too cold to just have the plants. So everything was put into plastic bags to protect them. And it's great because I was running out of space in my couple buckets that I use to keep my pre-composted food scraps for the garden. And so these bags are going to be perfect for that. I have to take some up. Oop, and look, stem broke off as I was unboxing. I'm going to propagate this. And so here's the first plant I'm going to show you that I picked up. A lot of these you probably saw in the video. I'm going to put the name on the screen. Well, I'm just going to show you the tag in case you want to look that up. But she's gorgeous. I've had a plant in this family before, but I've never seen it bloom. So I don't know if this is a different variation of the one that I actually still have one. This is one that sometimes I get for as an annual for outdoor on my screen porch and on my front terrace. And this is one, of course, that I could put outside. But all of these, I'm not even going to, they're going to stay as houseplants indoors. I'm not even going to put any of these on the screen porch because what happens sometimes is I'll forget because I'll get so busy out in the fruit and vegetable garden in late fall, and I'll forget to bring in, especially some of the smaller, more tender plants, and it'll get, not that the freeze came, but will drop low enough that some of these tropical plants, they just don't like it, and I don't want to risk that. And so anyway, she's a beauty. Look at those blooms. And I found another little piece that broke off. So the lady told me that these propagate very easily. So I'll put those in water for sure and try to propagate them. Next up, this is a pothos variety, I'm sure. Yeah, the Albo. And so this is the one that will give sporadically. Can you see it there? The white variegation. And I got 3 of those. They were on the $5 tent sale shelf. So, and these are ones, I mean, the small, getting these online in like 4-inch pots will cost you like $24. And so I was excited to see those there. Here's another plant from the $5 tent sale. This is one I have a couple of these plants already in my collection. I love the pink. And actually, my biggest one I ended up putting in my husband's office. And every time I go in there, I miss it. But it's been really good for him in his office. He's actually been taking care of his plants. So a couple of these, he has about 5 in there now. And so I might give him another couple because he's enjoying having those in his space. But now I'll have one. This one's definitely going to go either in my sewing room or the adjacent office area. And this is a, let me see, it's called Amelia Lane Aglonema. Let me just put that there. In case you want to look that up. This is that Alba again. And I have a second one. Let me just get those all out. But I mean, this is not in a bad condition for $5. Definitely rescued her. That's a different one. I think this is the other one. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Beautiful. And it's one leaf. There's one little leaf in there that's showing a little bit of the variegation. That white. That's what I got it for. I love that. So I have 3 of those. Couldn't beat that. Here's another $5 Plant Rescue. This is the what does this say? A primum global green. I'm gonna make tags for all of these. I have a lot of houseplants, but I don't memorize the names of the different ones. And so I decided that just like I do outdoors, I'm gonna start forcing myself to like learn and retain the information about these plants. Especially because for a long time I just bought the same kind of plants, but some of these do need different kinds of care. Here's another one from the Plant Rescue Rack. This is a Aglonema Rich Red. And this is one, I've never bought it as a house plant, but I've had it as annuals in my outdoor pots in front of the house. And I bought it once. I think last year I bought some for the screen porch. Look at that. She's definitely going into the sewing room. She's beautiful. Here's another beauty. This one I bought just full price. And she was just beautiful. This is called the Happy Leaf Pothos. I just thought that was just bright and happy. And like, I'll probably put these like next to each other with one of the, I'm probably gonna do just like a pothos shelf. And so as I look across, I'll just have this like variegation in colors. I think that'll be pretty. And I have to say, I'm so glad I have all these bags because I have a lot of stuff to organize to take up to the greenhouse. And those bags will be perfect for that. And those bags will be perfect for that. Here's another one from the sale rack. I have one of these right in my living room, happily. And she's gonna need a little, she seems a little sad, but I think I can get her to perk back up. I mean, look at those colors. This is called Trio Star Stromantha. I think I showed this also in the video earlier, but like on the full price table, so you can see what they look like when they're full open. Just beautiful. Here's another one from the rescue table. This is one that I bought before too. This is the Calathea Dottie. I think I'll be able to revive her nicely. All right, this container here has the last kind of leafy one. And then we'll get into some of the other things. So this is another Calathea, Luberciana. And I have this plant. I have a big one of these, but she doesn't have that kind of like, it has more like a white variegation, not this like lime. And so I thought that would be really cute. For these areas I wanted to have some smaller plants. I have some larger plants that I might move into there. I'm gonna be doing, I always this time of year, I kind of do like some rearrangement because some of the plants that I keep out on the screen porch have to get brought back in for the winter. The larger ones, I do save those. And so this is the time of year where I'll go through, and, you know, start to rearrange them, figure out which ones are gonna go back out on the screen porch. But often what I do is I'll just, you know, I'll find a spot within the house to put them, and then that way it gives me a chance to get something new for the screen porch also. And I do think I'm gonna do that this year. So we're done with the leafies. Now I got a couple of cacti, and I have to say the cacti and the succulents, that's what I often struggle with. And recently I've been getting better with those. And so I decided to add a few more in my collection. I think I was messing up with the watering, when and how to water. And after doing some research, like I have some that are actually doing really well. They haven't passed on. And so I love cacti. I love the difference in textures and stuff, but I don't like to buy things over and over again that I'm not able to keep alive. It's just, yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna try with these now that I feel like I have gotten a little bit better. And so this was a pot. They had a bunch of, and again, you've probably seen them when I scanned in the video. This is like a mixed pot. So this has 4 different kinds of cacti and succulents in there. And when I took this one off, this one little leaf had fallen off. And my understanding is I can propagate also from this one leaf. So I'm gonna try that. I'll stick that in some soil and see what happens. Let me make some space here for the other. Let's have a quick look at a few more of the cacti. So I got this here. I've always loved these vases with the face on it. And so I got this one. And she has an aloe and then this kind of succulent. I don't know the name of this. This is one that I've bought this as like a whole plant before, and it never lasts more than a year for me. It just seems like at some point it doesn't make it. But I'm good with aloe. I have some aloe plants that are like, you know, that I got when I moved here. So yeah, I thought that was cute. And look, this has that little, so I'll try some propagation with these little bibbles that fell off. They're gonna be great in photo shoots. I have a bunch of photos to take for my new products for my handmade shop. And so these plants are gonna be great props. I'm gonna do that, like this one here. This, I mainly got this for the photo shoot. But this has a little string of pearls on the back and another aloe. And look at that wonderful elephant vase. I love elephants, so that had to come home with me. And then this is my last living plant for the indoors. I got this as a centerpiece for the table. Just to have something different. Again, I'm rearranging. I have a cluster of live plants here in a big dish, a big vase. But yeah, I'm gonna do some rearranging and moving. So I don't know, she might go here on the centerpiece for the dining room table, or she might go as a centerpiece on the kitchen table. I'm not sure yet. But I thought this was a beautiful mixture of cacti, succulents, very unusual. And for $22, I thought that's like a nice little mix of things. And so, yeah, that will be beautiful. I used to do a lot of, and I still, you know, I'll bring some stuff in from outdoors, but I don't do cut flower arrangements as much as my centerpieces, because, you know, yeah, you always got to throw them out and get something new. So I've switched more to kind of these houseplant centerpieces, and I love them. But I do like to change them sometimes. So now we're gonna have a quick look at things that I got for the outdoor garden. So I picked up some strawberries. I got a total of 3 packs, 3 different varieties. I will be growing strawberries from seed again this year. I did it last year, had some success working on my timing. I do have a few beds where I have some strawberries coming back, but I don't have a lot of strawberries in the garden. And so I'm gonna go ahead and try these crowns. I can already see some greens shooting through these. So I'm gonna get these actually potted up today and have them in the grow room. That's the 3rd variety. And then I did go ahead and get a couple of bulbs. If you've seen my recent video when I went to the PBS Green Living and Garden Show, I did get some lily seeds. And so we'll see how they germinate, if they grow well. But I will be going back because they had a lot of gorgeous varieties of lilies. That's something that they have varieties that are perennial here for me. And I do have some other sections of my garden that I would like to add more of these to. So I just got these 2 to start off with because I don't have a lot of space right now in the indoor garden to take up, and I don't want to get too many things until I can get them into the greenhouse. It's still a little bit too cold yet. I did also grab this one dahlia. It's called the Jamaica dahlia because it's just beautiful. And then I got these elephant ears, a 3-pack of elephant ears. Get a jump start on those. Of course, I got some seeds. We'll talk about those later. And then finally, I got 5 like shrub bush things in boxes. So I did pick up a Chicago hardy fig. I have been able to grow figs here in zone 4. I did my first season here, first or second season here. Grew it from these little starts like this. And I got all excited. I ordered a bunch more figs and I had them outside, and yeah, they didn't come back. And so I'm gonna start this one again now that I have heating available to the greenhouse. And now that I understand too, like I might have to bring this inside. I may or may not even take this outside the first season. We'll see. But I did get one of these. I might go back and get more. I got one hardy kiwi. Gonna give that a try. I got a blackberry. Now we do have some wild blackberry bushes growing in one section of the garden. I pulled a lot of them out because they were growing, in one section they were growing in a bed where I redid that bed. And so I just pulled a bunch of them out. I don't know if they're gonna come back or not in that area as aggressively. But I do have on my hillside garden now some areas cleared, and I think I'm gonna try to establish some blackberries up in one corner there. So I got this one, it's already sprouting. And again, I may go back and get more. It's a little early in the season yet for me to be getting like too much stuff because I need my grow room space for all my seedlings that I'm starting. And it's too cold yet to put these things outside. So I did go ahead and get some because I didn't want to go back and then they would be all gone. And then finally I got 2 boysenberry plants. These will be new to me. I have not grown boysenberries, though we like boysenberries. So yeah. And they had a bunch of other things there that, again, probably in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna go back after I get these things started, after I get my seedlings started. And yeah, I do have other spaces that I can set up a rack just to keep maintenance of some of these things if I decide to do that. So, but I'm excited to have these things, several of the things will be new for the garden. So just trying to add more fruit to the space along with all the vegetables. And I mean, some of the vegetables are technically fruits, but you know, these like sweet fruits and berries to the outdoor garden. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll be back. I have so many things that I need to record and that I need to edit to share with you all. But my attention first has to go to actually starting my seeds and maintaining the garden indoors so that I don't lose anything, right? So anyway, I'll see you all back here again soon. Take good care. Bye.